Hey guys, it's Christian. Right now, I just wanted to talk to you about my coming out story because I realized I never put my coming out story out there. So, my coming out story. I'm one of two. I have an older brother. I'm 23, he's 25. We grew up basically together. All my life, I thought, I don't know, that me and him were the same. We grew up, I love my mom because that was her rule. If one got something, the other person got the exact same thing. So growing up with my brother, he wanted toy guns, he wanted cars, he wanted all that cool boy stuff that I knew I wouldn't get if it wasn't for him. So I'm grateful for that. However, me and him were extremely close. Especially, I come from a military family. My brother and my dad are both in the army. So my dad deployed when I was maybe 12, 11 or 12, or maybe even 10. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. But he first deployed when I was younger, and so it was just me, my mom, and my brother. I waited until I was 19 to come out to my parents. First was my mom. I had originally come out to them as being gay, which my dad didn't accept, and my mom at first was pretty hesitant, but then came around to it. My brother didn't care. Wouldn't care if I was gay. So coming out, the first time I ever even knew what a trans person wasn't until I was 18. Me and my girlfriend at the time were watching TV, and this documentary came on. We're just flipping channels, and there's a documentary on trans men. As soon as I saw it, I knew that was it. That could explain me. That's what I was. And from that moment on, I knew. I knew if it was possible, I wanted to do it. I found my community. And it's a community I wanted to be a part of. So time went by. I went away for school. When I came back, I knew I had to start. So I wrote my mother a letter, and I asked her to go out to coffee with me. And I gave her the letter. I sat there, she read it, waiting, anticipating what her reaction was going to be. When she finished reading the letter, she told me, "Why couldn't you just be pregnant?" At first, I didn't know how to feel. I just crashed. I started crying. I told her I was sorry and that I just really needed to do this. She later proceeded to tell me that it just hurt because the vision she had for my future wasn't one that I was giving her. However, though, we talked things through, and she just told me that she doesn't know that it was going to be hard, and she doesn't know. So, we took things step by step. The next thing was telling my father. Um, my father was pissed. He didn't talk to me. Um, it took him months and maybe even a year before he even acknowledged what I had told him. He proceeded to call me my birth name. He called me female pronouns. There was not a part of him that wanted to accept what I had told him. Sorry guys, I have dogs. I have 4. But anyway, I had come out to my brother, and he was the same. He told me I was sinning against God, that that's not what God had wanted for my life, and that he wanted nothing to do with me. And at the time, his girlfriend was pregnant, and he told me that I would not be allowed to be a part of my niece's life when she was born because he didn't want her around that kind of lifestyle. Um, funny how things work though, because he later deployed. I was the one that stuck next to his wife to be, and I actually took off work once my niece was born, and I was the one who took care of her. I was the one to help raise her. So, joke's on you. Um, but my brother is now, 4 years later, my brother is now okay with it. He still slips up still to this day, still slips up. Um, but he calls me his little brother. Um, my father deployed 2 more times after that time, and this last time he came back, he sought sobriety, and he met with a lot of therapists and everything, and he's the most supportive person that I can ever imagine. He backs me up 100%. Um, when time came when I really pushed for top surgery, he was behind me 100%. He told me that basically whatever I needed, whatever that this was an emergency for me, and that he would do whatever it takes to make me happy. Same with my mother. She is behind me 1,000% now. There's no slip ups, and even as I was transitioning, she told me that she felt stupid for ever calling me female because who she sees now when she looks at me is 100% male, and that she's sorry she ever doubted that. My grandparents were all really cool. My grandma on my mom's side at first had a hard time, and especially with her husband because they're very traditional. Um, but they both come around to it. Like I said, it's been a long progress and slowly beginning there. My close friends know. I'm not really extremely close to people, but one of my friends, her name is Diamond. She supported me from day one, even before I transitioned. I told her what I had wanted to do because I actually quit one of my jobs because I wanted to transition and they didn't want to support me. So that's that. But she was actually my manager there, and now we're best friends, and she's never treated me different, not a day in my life. Um, my other friends, they were okay. I had a few hesitations, basically people worrying about hormones and what they're gonna do. Um, I've been with my girlfriend. Her name's Raquel. She's awesome. I met her as I was maybe a few months into my transition. We had met before because she actually dated one of my friends. But then we hit it off when we hung out by ourselves, and she's been by me 1,000%. I love her. She's amazing. We've been together now for almost 3 years in August. Um, yeah, and that's basically it. Now I'm here. I have had top surgery. That would be a different video to discuss that. So keep tuned, and any questions or anything, just let me know.